Oh god, I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be able to take. We gotta watch some NuxTaku content today. I am so sorry that I am exposing you guys to this. I truly feel like an awful person, but apparently NuxTaku has decided to make a Shoe0nHead glazing video. For those that don't know, Shoe0nHead has made a pretty hard pivot to the right in recent years. She's kind of just stopped pretending to be woke or left-leaning or a liberal. And I believe that her husband is a white nationalist, so I think that might have played a part in her political journey as well. Regardless, though, NuxTaku has made a video. Watch Shoe0nHead finally realize the left is a death cult. Isn't it crazy how Shoe0nHead made so much of her reputation off of being like the protect the children from the internet weirdos kind of person? Like that was a large part of her brand, and yet now her biggest allies politically are people like NuxTaku and Rev Says Desu. These two like lolicon degenerates that react to every one of her videos on stream. Like these are the people who Shoe0nHead has aligned herself with so that she does not have to take part in the, I guess what she has decided now is the LGBT transing kids groomer agenda or whatever.
Now, Shoe0nHead dropped a nuke on the
God. Oh, every time I hear this guy's voice. Oh, no. No, I have to speed this guy up. I need you guys to know I am putting myself through torture for this content, okay? I hate this guy. Oh.
Race war that's currently going on. I think it's regarding Carmelo Anthony. Everyone told me this video is absolutely insane. All right, so lock in.
Race war?
We got to see what everyone's favorite quote-unquote leftist that's actually just a conservative has to say. It's gonna be awesome. Before getting too deep into the chaos, free cash was promised.
Are we being serious right now? Really? The sponsorship out the gate. Oh my god.
$10 bonus today. Now back to the chaos. Every individual sign up literally supports the channel. So if you could click the link in the description and do the thing, that would be very appreciated.
Wake up, maggot! It's time for your annual race war!
Does maggot rhyme with any other insults that are entertaining and would get me demonetized? That's what I would say if I would still monetize.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, top tier comedy, bro. Top tier comedy. This is the kind of shit that people want to watch.
But my entire YouTube
in 2026
frozen because I'm telling the truth too much. I'm anti-rape. YouTube doesn't like that.
Oh, you didn't want to be in a race war? Well, too bad.
Oh, well, whether you like it or not, it's happening, and we're taking.
You're in one. Your skin color is your uniform, soldier. Black people on this side, white people on this side, Italians. We'll figure it out later.
Italians are black. Italians are black, and you know it, Shoe.
Attention!
You got the right-wing Jews on one side, the left-wing Jews on the other side. The Zog puppet masters control. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Which one of you lily lickers mixed the white Monster Energy with the Kool-Aid pineapples? How many times do I have to tell you? No mixing. Now get suited up, soldier. You're heading into your first battle. The comment section of a Nick Fuentes Instagram reel. Godspeed.
Patriot! Patriot!
Hello, and welcome to another episode of I am your host, Shoe0nHead. You may know me as Timu Boxy, or perhaps the woman who footmogged Hassan Piker.
She did do that. Now Hassan wears a suit because he was so humiliated.
Thank you. Thank you. I know a few of you have come here from that last video, so hello, new friends and old friends.
You're not anti-rape, you like lolly Nux? Yeah, that is true. This guy does like lolly, so that's kind of odd that he would call himself anti-rape. What a strange thing to say.
Please say hello to the new friends. Do not scare them away. One of the biggest things that happened when I was gone.
The new friends, there we got more 4chan speak.
Was the conclusion to the Carmelo.
Why is he bouncing? What is he having like a spaz attack? What the fuck?
Carmelo Anthony trial. Now, for those of you who are unaware, for those of you
that's when a lot of black people were like, "Shit, still illegal to kill white people." Shit.
Okay, if you're gonna be a racist who does like a fake black accent voice, you at least have to do it well enough that it's a little funny. But that's just not even like that. Just sounds like a white guy making fun of a white guy doing an ironic black accent. That's what that sounds like.
Shit. He didn't do nothing. Shit. Then he said shit.
Who have no idea what has been going on. Don't worry about it, kid. No, but what happened was last year during a Texas high school track meet, Carmelo Anthony, a 19-year-old student, and Austin Metcalf, a
so Shoe0nHead's whole thing has always been reading the writing on the wall and pivoting her politics to pander to whatever is popular at any given time. Shoe0nHead will never have a political hot take. Like, there will never be a video that she makes where her fans are like, whoa, oh my god, I can't believe you have this take. That will never, ever happen. Now, she'll pretend like she's doing that. Like, she'll make videos where she's like, you guys are going to be real mad at me for this one. Cue nobody actually being mad at her for that one. Unless it's people on the left. She'll absolutely, like, throw her more left-leaning fans under the bus. But never the right. She'll never genuinely trigger her right-wing audience. She's always pandering to what's popular. When it was, like, 2019, 2020, and, like, leftism was popping off, Shoe0nHead went within a year from being a anti-SJW who was defending making some of the most, like, racist comments that even to this day would be pretty shocking even on current internet. You know, what was it? Who was it that she was talking about? The actress that was in the Ghostbusters movie? The female Ghostbusters movie said she looks like a gorilla. That was a bad one from Shoe. Whew. And that is far from the most racist shit she was doing. And then a year later, she's like LARPing left, right? And I fell for it. I thought, okay, you know, a lot of people are shifting their politics in these last couple years, realizing how far the right has gone. And I believed she might be genuine in that. And now she's fully pivoted back to the same style of politics she was pushing prior to that, because that's what's popular again. And it's become clear to me that she literally just follows wherever the river is going. And it makes me wonder if after all of this, when the pendulum swings left again and society starts to lean more left, is Shoe going to try to pivot again? She seems somewhat eternal. Like, I don't feel like Shoe0nHead's going anywhere. Like, she still pulls massive views. Like, you would think a decade ago would have been her peak in 2016 when she was pulling millions of views per video, but now it's 2026 and she's still pulling millions of views per video. Like, her peak has lasted for a decade on YouTube. So it doesn't seem like she's likely to go anywhere. She's just kind of always going to be a large public figure in politics. But I'm really curious to see if after all of this, she will once again heel turn to the left. And then do the whole, yeah, I was real cringe in 2026 and in 2016, but, you know, I'm back to 2020 Shoe0nHead. I wonder if she'll do that.
A 17-year-old student got into a heated dispute after Carmelo entered Austin's tent, which was...
It was very controversial when he stabbed an innocent kid in the heart with a knife. And then with the controversial, obviously, some people thought that was unacceptable, and some people want you to be able to kill white people legally without repercussions. So,
once again, we talked about this earlier in the stream. No one is saying this. Why will you people not actually engage with the argument? Why did Carmelo Anthony, a kid who got into a fight, pulled out a knife, and murdered the kid he was in a fight with, why did he deserve first-degree murder charges and conviction? Murder charges and conviction, we all agree, were deserved. But why first degree? And considering the fact that in the state of Texas, the only way for those first-degree charges to stick would be for every juror to unanimously agree upon first-degree murder, why was not a single one of the black jurors allowed past selection? Why were there no black jurors on the jury, when all it would have taken was one juror to say, wait, first degree? That's insane. That doesn't match the situation at all. The fact is, you guys are the ones that desperately want first-degree murder to be the charge for this guy, even though he didn't commit first-degree murder. You want it to be a more severe penalty because he's black, and you refuse to have the honest conversation about it, so you guys have to keep saying, they want him to go free, they want him to go free, they want him to go free. Just the fact that they're that unwilling to engage with the actual facts of the case alone should demonstrate everything you need to know. And they've gotten real cocky. They've gotten real cocky on this one, because this narrative is very easy to disprove, insofar as, like, no, that's not what anybody is saying, and I feel like the majority of the people they propagandized with this story to don't know what the black community is actually calling for, and even a moment of clarification starts to really clear up the water on why this is not some race war thing.
So, Jedi Master didn't do nothing, actually ended up in jail. No one saw this coming.
It was like a rivalry school's tent. An argument followed, and then allegedly Carmelo said, touch me and see what happens. And so Austin shoved him, and Carmelo pulled a knife out, and yeah, Austin then...
It was a mostly peaceful but slightly fatal stabbing in the heart.
Passed away in his brother's arms. Court argued that that use of force with a knife was completely unjustified, that a single shove did not justify a deadly response. During the trial, jurors...
Also, let's not forget, he said, touch me and see what happens, which is literally proving premeditation.
Listened to...
Wait, what? How does that... Well, for one thing, they did not prove premeditation in court. There was no case in which premeditation was proven in court because they didn't even try to prove premeditation. They just went for the charge and the jury agreed, and so first degree sticks. You don't need to prove premeditation in the state of Texas for first degree charges. The jury just has to unanimously vote yes to first degree charges. Also, no, premeditation does not happen in the 5 seconds before the crime takes place. Premeditation takes place in the hours or days before a crime takes place. Once again, this is very much the he's black, so we need to look at everything in the most severe way possible. Mind you, who remembers back when the guy who drove his car through the Charlottesville protests, the Nazi guy who murdered Heather Heyer, he got tried and charged and got a severe sentence, and all of these people, including NuxTaku himself, if I'm not mistaken, back then, were arguing he deserved a retrial because, you know, while they don't agree with him, the trial does not hold to the spirit of the law and the idea of you know, a jury of your peers and an impartial trial. They were arguing they may not agree with that guy, James Alex Fields. They may not agree with him, but he should get a retrial. They were all of these dudes were arguing that guy needed a retrial back then. This Carmelo Anthony, in a lot of ways, is just the black James Alex Fields. But yeah, actually, no, it's quite literally 1-to-1. It's literally 1-to-1. And that's why it's so ironic that these people are now saying, well, no. Carmelo Anthony should not get a retrial.
Witnesses' accounts of the events, reviewed video evidence, and after a few days, the jury found Carmelo Anthony guilty, and he was sentenced to 35 years in prison.
That neighbor is guilty. I got the noose right here.
And everyone accepted that outcome because they understood.
And then he was like, shit. But why should he go to jail just to kill a white man? Did you know that white people bought slaves from black people back in the day? And we want to maintain our little race war forever and forever make it legal to kill white people? Are black people still not allowed to kill white people in this country? That ninja...
he is so bad at it. It's unbelievably cringe.
Is guilty.
Understand how the law works, and they respect our justice system.
That was funny because that's actually not what happened.
Haha.
What do you say?
That ninja is guilty.
Understand how the law works, and they respect our justice system.
That was funny because that's actually not what happened.
Haha.
Only good cracker is a dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
I wonder what that could mean. I'm trying to figure it out. What could he possibly mean by this? Could he maybe try?
Man, these people have been pushing politics to be so fucking insane and violent and like hateful for so long. Like, so much of their rhetoric has been around demonizing people of color and demonizing the left, demonizing wokeness, and melting down over any inclusivity in media, making excuses for the racist pedophile destroying our country and destroying people's rights. And now we're seeing like a fraction of that fervor on the other side of the argument. And now we have to pretend like now it's a problem. Now the divisive speech and the violent rhetoric is a problem, but only when it's now coming from the other side who's been receiving it for so long. I'm not like defending this behavior, but what I would like to see is consistency. Why is this guy contributing to the racial tensions in this country with his black scent jokes and didn't do nothing jokes and his ranting about why we need to I got the noose right here as he quoted from the Boondocks. Why is this guy contributing to that problem and the violent rhetoric, but he's not part of the issue, but these people are. These guys are the same sides of the same coin, different sides of the same coin. They're both ramping up the rhetoric and driving the wedge between groups of people in this country.
Try to make racism stop? Maybe he's anti-racist. Or he just wants to be able to kill white people legally.
I don't have an opinion. I don't.
See, this is why they're calling it a race war, because people like NuxTaku and Shoe0nHead see the situation in the same way as the people in these clips do. They see it, they're thinking of it in the same way. They see themselves as on one side of the race war and these people on the other side. Here we are watching this and going, look at these fucking losers. But they think that they're the ones, you know, because they're on the white side, I guess. They think they're correct, or they're above it all.
These kinds of face-to-face, emotion-rising, shouting matches really do no good.
In this video, we are going to
They do no
discuss
good?
the
Oh, I disagree. I disagree completely. They are radicalizing people everywhere, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
insane reactions to the Carmelo Anthony
He literally admits he wants people radicalized. He wants to drive the wedge further. He likes that this is happening. They are actively trying to create scenarios like this and cheer for it. Shoe0nHead does too. Shoe0nHead's pretending like, oh, I'm so exacerbated by it. Oh, it's so crazy. It's so tiring. But the reality is she's so glad this is happening. It's stuff to make content on, makes a little money, and allows for her to push a political agenda as well.
Anthony trial, read some tweets, watch some TikToks, as well as debunk a bunch of misinformation because I am just tired of seeing the same ridiculous, regurgitated talking points repeated ad nauseum by hundreds and thousands of people just believing it as gospel.
Who are these people? Are these people of a specific ethnic background, or are they just people?
Hyping themselves up.
Okay. Alright. Jesus Christ. Well, guys, never forget, Shoe0nHead, she forwent. She abandoned the crazy, woke SJWs who were transing the kids. She recognized what a problem they were, and she decided, no, I am not going to stand by the left any longer. I must go to my people. I must go to my people. My true calling. And she is now allied with the likes of Rev Says Desu and NuxTaku, who currently react to every one of her videos and beg her to JQ. Well, it's like they're just all waiting for her to finally openly JQ in one of her videos. Oh my god. One of the most disingenuous figures in all of politics, unironically. Anyway, you guys know what to do if you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more, follow my socials linked down below, and thanks for watching.